I really struggled to achieve a six-pack transformation for all of my 20s. I was doing all the wrong exercises, I wasn't dieting correctly, I wasn't applying 4 key principles. Had I applied these 4 key principles much earlier on in my 20s, I would have achieved not just a six-pack transformation, but a whole body transformation as well. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 4 key principles that you need to follow as an absolute beginner, just starting your journey. Welcome back to my channel. It's Brad from bradnewtonfitness.com. I know exactly how frustrating it can be if you're a guy watching this and you're trying to get a six-pack and you're trying to get super shredded and you've tried everything and you might be thinking it's your genetics. I thought the same thing. I thought my genetics were bad. I thought that my body type just wasn't meant to have a great looking physique, one that I could be proud of. And I managed to set some time aside to study nutrition and training in more detail, and I eventually put together 4 principles that helped me get completely shredded, that I then went on to compete in amateur bodybuilding competitions and win a bunch of competitions. So in this video, I'm going to show you those 4 key principles that you must apply equally. A lot of people have answered this question, but not completely. There are 4 key factors that you must apply equally to make this happen. A lot of people talk about how you need to reduce your overall body fat percentage because the fat that is over your abs is essentially hiding your abs. And when you reduce your overall body fat percentage, then you'll see your abs. Other people talk about doing certain types of exercises. You need to do this exercise or this secret exercise or these special sets of ab exercises. Other people just talk about what you do in the kitchen with your calories and your macros and eating certain types of food and, preparing certain types of food a certain way, fasting, intermittent fasting, keto, all that kind of stuff. Not many people talk about patience. In fact, nobody really talks about patience. So that's one that I'm adding to this whole mix here. Because you can do all 3 of these things here, but you only do it for 30 days. And you could do the right exercises and you can reduce your body fat percentage, at least start to. But if you don't do it long enough, then you're not going to see the benefits of the first 3 that you've applied. So patience is also extremely important. So let's start at the very top. So number 1 is reducing your overall body fat percentage. Now, reducing your body fat percentage is one thing, but the key here is your overall body fat percentage, and you do that through your diet, right? You do that through calculating your macros and your calorie targets. Now, I'll link down below the macronutrient calculator on my website that I had some guys develop for me around 6 or 7 years ago. You just punch in some details. It will tell you if you're cutting to reduce your body fat percentage, your overall body fat percentage. It will tell you what your calories should be and what your macros should be as a starting point. Of course, you're going to manipulate those numbers, but that's your starting point. So that's essentially how you reduce your overall body fat percentage. You set your calories and your macros accordingly to reduce your overall body fat percentage. I'll talk more about how fat loss occurs in another video, but essentially everyone looks at their abs, right? When you're starting a fat loss journey, you're looking in the mirror, looking at your stomach going, where's my six-pack? Where's my six-pack? When you're reducing your overall body fat percentage, it's overall because your body is chipping fat away from all over your physique. So it's taking fat from your chin, your neck, your shoulders, your upper chest, and you'll find that it comes off your abs, but very, very slowly, right? Your fat's coming off from the visceral fat around your organs first. So I'll make a separate video on that. But the key word is overall body fat percentage. The body fat percentage needs to be reduced overall to then reveal the abs that you have underneath. Now, here's the thing. You may not have the underlying muscular development to then see those abs clearly. This was something that I had when I went and did my first cut. I reduced my overall body fat percentage, right? I didn't do everything else correctly, but my main focus was reducing my overall body fat percentage. Then I got to a lower body fat percentage, but I didn't really have any abs, and I'll show you what that photo looked like because I remember exactly how frustrated I was when I took that photo and I was like, I do not look like someone that has a six-pack. I reduced my body fat percentage, but I didn't have the underlying muscular development to then reveal any abs. Of course, you got abs to stabilize your spine, right? But they weren't big enough, they weren't bulky enough to really show. So then I decided to bulk, and I talk about bulking and cutting in an article, how to bulk as a skinny guy. And when you bulk, you're trying to build as much muscle as possible, doing the correct exercises. And then when you get to the end of your bulk, then you'll start cutting to reduce the fat, the overall body fat, that will then reveal the abs eventually. But you have to not just reduce your overall body fat percentage, but you also need to have the muscle developed enough around your abs so that you can see them. So doing the correct exercises is the second most important thing that you need to do. For me, I did a combination of compound exercises. Oh, this is going to fall. I did compound exercises and I did ab-specific exercises. So the compound exercises that I did was the deadlift, and I did flat bench press, incline bench press with the barbell and the dumbbell, and I did several others, and I'll put them up on your screen, right? So that's what I spent 80% of my energy focusing on in the gym, was getting really good at squat, deadlift, bench press, and you might be thinking they're not ab exercises. The point of those exercises is you're building a foundation of muscle over your entire body, because you can have a six-pack, but nothing else is developed. It looks ridiculous. You want to not just build your six-pack, you want to build your whole physique, right? So the second one is ab-specific exercises. I'll give you a list on your screen of the ab-specific exercises that I did on your screen right now. I did things such as the ab wheel rollout, I did knee raises and leg raises, and I did cable crunch. There's a few other ones. I'll list them up on your screen right now. So I did both compound exercises and ab-specific exercises. At the same time, I had my calories and macronutrients set in a way to reduce my overall body fat percentage. So I will link up the macronutrient calculator down below, where you can calculate your macros and your calories for yourself to help you reduce your overall body fat percentage to reveal your six-pack. And if you find that once you reduce your body fat percentage, and if you're a guy watching this and you get to around 10 to 13% body fat, and you still can't see any abs, the same dilemma that I had, then you need to change your calorie and macronutrient goals to bulk, to then build muscle, not just muscle around your shoulders and your back muscles and your leg muscles, but your abs as well. Then when you go back to a cut, you're going to reveal those abs. And the last one is patience. Patience is one of the most underrated concepts, I believe, in life, because you can apply all three of these things, but only do it for a week and give up, and you won't win. You won't get a six-pack transformation, right? You need to give this a chance. It's really, really important. You can have your calories and macros set, you can do the correct exercises, you can be well on your way to reducing your overall body fat percentage, but if you only do it for a week or a month, I guarantee you're going to fail. Right? And it's got nothing to do with these three things. It's got everything to do with not staying the course. When you stay the course, when you have patience, when you trust the process. When I was doing my amateur bodybuilding competitions, my competition coach used to always say, mate, trust the process, trust the process, trust the process. Because there were many times in my own journey, my own transformation, where I doubted the process. I didn't see the results I was expecting to see. And the key word is expecting. I had the wrong expectations. I'll talk about correct expectations in just 1 second. If I had the correct expectations, I would have then had more patience. Most people going into a fitness transformation have the wrong expectations. That causes them to be more impatient. And then that causes them to give up, because you don't see what you expect to see in a week or a month, and then you just give the whole thing away. So I talk more about this in my articles, but in terms of a healthy rate of fat loss or weight loss, usually 1 to 2 pounds, and I'm talking mainly to an American audience here, 1 to 2 pounds per week is a healthy rate of weight loss, okay? When you're cutting, when you're trying to achieve an overall body fat reduction. The leaner you get, the less that becomes. So if you're really lean, somewhere between 0.5 to 1 pound per week. When you're really obese, you can lose more and get away with it. So that's pretty much all there is to it when it comes to how to get a six pack. If you have any questions, please send me a message or leave them in the comments. I'll be more than happy to help you out. Thanks for watching.